Hi, everyone. My name is Eric Wilhelm, and I am the president of the KMM Group, located here in Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Uh, just a brief, quick background on KMM. KMM is the culmination of three companies in the area between Hatboro and Huntington Valley. And we put our companies together back in January of 2020 in order to provide a platform business providing engineering and contract manufacturing services to the medical device and aerospace markets. And we have been with Sohn for at least 15 years. And Sohn has always provided great benefit to us, especially their insights into the region, as well as more national and global market insights. And we've always been very glad that that service is available for us. And in particular, Greg Olson brings a tremendous experience from a managerial, marketing, and operations perspective to companies in the manufacturing industry. So we've always been blessed to have Greg on board. And I've been asked today to talk a little bit about how KPIs and early warning indicators can help us avoid, stress and some uneasiness in our stomachs as our businesses grow and we carry forward in the ever-changing market that we're in. We, for many, many years, have used KPIs, and I think the one theme that we've learned is that over time, as your business changes, your KPIs also need to change. And we've adapted to that over time. Sometimes it's been a bit more painful. The other thing we've also learned is that having indicators that give us insights into future performance, whether it's from inside the company directly or external from market forces, has always been tremendously helpful to us. And when we look at the early warning indicators, the biggest thing we all want to avoid is mitigating the impacts of a downturn. And early warning indicators can play a critical role in helping us identify that and act early enough that we can plan and take the appropriate action. We used to follow only what we call efficiency, which is estimate to actual and utilization. And although they were good indicators of how we were doing over time as the company grew and obviously became much larger in a larger footprint, we started to look at a KPI that we also consider an early warning indicator called hours moved, where we actually measure by work center, department, and company on a daily basis what our earned hours are each day. And we also understand our work mix by margin, and then also how many hours we need to move in a day, a week, a month. And by being able to see those hours moved, it gives us an earlier insight into where we're going to end up for the month. In our case, we have a broad array of processes that makes it more complex for us. And understanding the margins in each of those areas and the hours we need to move in each has helped us tremendously with having insight into where our month or our quarter will end up. And some other examples just include things like backlog related to work mix as well. And we always try to look out 30, 60, 90 and understand where we are. Now, we are fortunate that we do have about half of our work to 60% is contract work. So we have a pretty good handle on how that's flowing and when we're going to ship. And then we do a fair amount of value-added service work, whether it's in grinding or EDM. And so being able to have insight into how that work comes in and how it comes into play in our 30, 60, 90 viewpoint, and also being able to forecast that and then compare our actuals to the forecast has helped us tremendously as well. So we avoid cash shortfalls and things of the like where there might be a negative impact to the business. A great point. Data today has so much value in how we run our businesses. We do use an ERP system that's from a company called ECI, and it does a fine job for us. But we learned over time that one package is really not the end all answer anymore. And we're finding a lot of specialization in areas like estimating, accounting, planning, and scheduling. And it's really important to understand how those softwares can stack together and communicate with each other so you can create single dashboards to look across multiple platforms and share data. So the ERP has been important. Part of our scheduling system is also the ability to read data from all the machines to understand when things are running and not running and what the reasons are when we're in setup versus cycled production. And that also incorporates iPads out on the floor when we're just collecting the labor data. But it's also helped with when there's inventory counts that need to be addressed, et cetera. The ERP has apps on there, and you don't have to bring a laptop or a PC into your finished goods inventory room, and you can just use your phone to scan things and update your quantities. So there's a broad array of platforms available today and broad softwares that are available. Our software stack includes paperless parts for estimating, Job Boss Squared for our ERP, Job Pack for planning, and High QA for our quality planning and quality data collection. And all of them are linked together. On the data side, more recently, we do have individuals in the company that have a wealth of data mining experience. So they've been very helpful. But early on, we did have to leverage the software providers. But things have become simpler in modern day with open APIs. And as long as you have somebody that understands those, it's much easier to integrate platforms. And much like anything, it's the more you use it, the more you practice, the better at it that you get. And as you start to develop different data mining techniques to get reporting at each level, we call our reporting a deck. And for instance, production is going to have a different deck than quality, than shipping, receiving, than finance and executive leadership. But we try to get all those available to the appropriate parties. And as we go along, we learn and we make minor adjustments. And we also take feedback regularly from the production floor, from quality, all the different departments, as to how we can get them better information that allow them to react more timely to situations on the floor so that we can maximize the hours moved and the efficiency of our operation. When it comes to artificial intelligence, I'm actually quite a user of ChatGPT. And I use it on several levels. The simplest level might be writing at times in a presentation to the company. I've also used it for enhancing a slide deck for a presentation. But I've also used it for insights into things like financial governance, policies around establishing credit, and things of that nature. It's been very helpful. And then the last level that I've used it for is data analytics, loading spreadsheets in, sometimes multiple, and asking it for help to analyze data, identify trends and opportunities for improvement for whatever those spreadsheets may exhibit. Absolutely. I mean, I think the AI conversation does have a place here as well. If somebody's just starting out on the KPI endeavor and early warning indicators, ChatGPT or Gemini from Google provide great insights into various KPIs that might be specific to your place in the manufacturing marketplace. And so I would encourage just staging questions through ChatGPT, plan them accordingly, and then really read into the various KPIs and see how they may help you. And over time, you'll learn as your company grows and your need for better data integrity, financial data integrity, and reflection of actually what is going on in your production floor. That will change and it will grow. And the narrowing down KPIs to, as they are, key performance indicators, just trying to keep them to a minimum and understand what are the primary things that drive your business. And if you want to reflect upon the hedgehog concept, what's the single common denominator that really drives your business? A simple example is Wendy's hamburgers. They used to measure how many buns they would move in a day, and that's how they knew whether it was a successful day for the business or one that needed improvement. So if you're fortunate enough to have your business understanding that drilled down to one key concept, that's great. But we've definitely learned in business, as you look at your levels of the deck of information, you do want to keep those KPIs limited within each deck, but you do want to make sure that there's alignment from your business strategy and looking at the various layers within the company, that everyone is aligned, that KPIs roll up, if you will, as they get up to the executive deck and provide the insights at each level that you need. And the most important part being, how do they drive action? What are your action points? So again, less is more. Uh, Plan appropriately, understand your business, experiment with KPIs, and what have you learned? What actions have you taken? Because if you can't get actions from them, I really don't think there's as much value. But the sooner you can learn about something coming your way, or a headwind coming your way, the better you're off that you are going to be, and the more easily that you can make proper, timely decisions in order to evade uh, some kind of downturn. So, a more recent business management concept I've learned is strategy on a page, or SOAP. Makes it easy to remember it. And they are one-page documents where you define your company's vision, mission, strategy, strategic initiatives, and then the related KPIs. Again, try to keep it simple. 3 to 5 strategic initiatives for the business over a time period that I would recommend 1 to 3 years. And then once that's aligned from the company vision, and the drive forward, where's the company heading? Where's the momentum? What are the markets that we need to address, and how to do that? You're going to want to translate that SOAP into a departmental level strategy on a page, where sales and marketing will have a SOAP, operations will have a SOAP, finance will have a SOAP, and giving those department heads the opportunity to understand the company strategy and then drill that down into their individual departments, identifying the resources, whether they be human or capital, that they'll need as well. And then once everyone's aligned, I think it drives better decision making overall, and provides a lot more clarity for everyone to understand that when we're on this ship here, that we're all heading in the same direction and steering that ship to our final destination.